4 hours into the audiobook, and it's amazing.
You're into it. Cool.
I'm putting us live.
Okay.
It
is a combination of, like, I see aspects of Harry Potter, Name of the Wind, Twilight, what's the other one that I really thought of a lot when I was, I forget. Just like a bunch of them. I'm like, no wonder this book is popular. It's like the best parts of all these super popular series.
You warned me, like, it gets into a little bit of a, like, relationship, and I'm like, cool, because then you bring emotion into it. Like, it's just, it really is a great combination.
And I mean, it starts right off the bat with, like, it's moving, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
And it hasn't slowed down yet, which is even cooler. Let's bring that. I gotta tip this back. See that bald ass head.
Well, could have been better, but it is what it is.
What'd you end up with?
14.
Oh, that's where I ended up.
Yeah. Could have been better. I started out slow and then hit a couple twos. Bring me back.
Yeah.
We were talking about coffee golf, right? Not something else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We aren't playing with our shit in the toilet, Jeff.
No. If I heard 14 strokes, I wasn't sure.
14 strokes. That. Okay, gotcha.
College slump buster. For you Jim Rome fans out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Good day.
I'm going to go get coffee.
You do that.
You all talks amongst yourselves.
Get some unreasonably good coffee.
I want unreasonably good coffee.
I still have half a pot here.
None of that is in my face. So.
Half a pot of coffee in your face? Yeah, buddy.
Question, does this sound good? I don't have my headphones on, so that...
You sound alright.
Seems okay.
There's no echoing or anything?
No?
No.
I would highly recommend, if you get the opportunity, to go see Chaotic Neutral at the Comedy Center here in De Pere. What is it? Comedy Sport? It's Comedy...
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Comedy City?
Comedy Sport.
Comedy City, yes. Comedy City. Yeah. That's it, Jeff. Yeah, me and Rick and his wife last night went there, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. They're
an hour and a half of live D&D play, but it's comedy, so
it is improv comedians, and so there was never a dull moment or a dead moment. They were always on top of things. Great callbacks, great interactions with each other, and just a goofy ass story. Like the one character was Pete Za Ranch, and then his brother Dude Ranch, D-U with a long mark over it, D. There's no E.
He was invisible.
He was invisible.
He was invisible.
Yep. And it, oh my gosh. And then
they
the fighter.
Yeah, a fighter who she told the entire party she was a bard. So they didn't know she was a fighter. So they kept asking her to perform, and she sucked at performance. So.
Yeah. She sucked at rolling dice too, which was hilarious. She
rolled like 3 nat 1s over the course of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, I see that.
And then the pizza had a dirty one. Like he rolled a 2, but he had a -1. Oh my god.
Ryan, I see that light shining right in the middle of your face when you sit up straight.
Yeah, you get
it's an exciting adventure.
The tail of the light. Like the tail of the tape. I am gonna run out of coffee, Mitchell. I'll be right back.
And one of them played a doctor, and every character they came up to, what's your age? How do you feel? Can you raise your arms over your head? He's trying to like do a physical on every NPC they run into. starts taking notes about how they feel and what's ailing them, and then how he can solve it.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That sounds amazing.
It was the show was about what? It started in 6 hour and a half show ish. So, and it was $8. I mean, it's $8 to get in.
Oh, that's it.
It's a cheap night out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. It was awesome.
It's
Do
cheaper
they,
than
like,
getting
continue-
together for physical D&D by the time you get food and drinks.
Yeah, almost.
Do they continue their adventure week to week, or do they start over? Or how does that work?
It sounds like it's just 2 sessions for the story,
Yeah.
and their next one's in October. Is the second part of this one that we watched the first part of.
So it's kind of like a 2 Nerds 1 Quest session.
It
Or
feels like
mini
that, yeah.
campaign.
Yeah, we're gonna start it in September or August. We're gonna finish it in October. Oh, I gotta back up here because we are. Where are we?
Me and Norm are staring. Well, I shouldn't say staring. We know there's a skeleton guard dude on the other side of this door.
No, you and Jeff.
It's me.
Oh, it's Jeff with me. Sorry.
You're the
Yeah.
problem. It's you.
Did
Well, it is just a note. It is Norm that went walking off again. He tends to do this, guys. Got himself killed in Baldur's Gate 3 doing it too.
Don't
Sure
poke the
did.
bear when you're alone.
Check the archive on Twitch if you'd like to see that.
Stay with the party, dumbass.
Sounds
At
still
least
who
you
went
have the
off with
healer
him.
with you this time, Norm.
Yeah, I was looking at Rick and I don't have any healing with us.
No. And I'm in
No.
lately.
I even checked to see if I was trained in medicine, and I'm not. That was a late change, I think.
I am not trained in medicine either. That is an untrained skill.
Right,
Oh, Norm.
straight up the nose there. Bright light.
I was
Look at this guy.
finagling with GarageBand. I got to figure out how to make it like into a track, but I have a song for us.
Awesome.
You have a song for you, Norm? That's so cute.
It's going to be what we dance to when we get married.
One quest, yeah.
The pre-show talk last time was about some smack talk between 2 soccer teams, and turns out it was 1-1 was the final.
Yeah, it was a draw.
Yeah, it was a rousing.
I love soccer sometimes. Liverpool won yesterday, though. Chelsea plays today.
Right after this, 10:30.
Nice.
The
Did
lineups
you-
will come out mid
that's what I
session.
say. Yeah. All right.
Interesting end of the Packer game last night.
Mm-hmm.
Did not see the end of the Packer game last
We were at
night.
the
How did that
D&D
end?
thing, so we didn't see it.
They called it
I heard
early
about
because the dude was taken off on a stretcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good reason to end a
Yeah.
preseason game.
It was about 9 minutes left, and everyone's like, yeah, time to go home.
We're done.
Yeah, just remember, preseason doesn't matter. So
Well, they've been scrimmaging each other for the last 3 days anyway,
Yeah.
so it's not like they haven't seen enough of each other.
Right.
matters to that guy.
Just have scrimmages like that. Don't televise it. Make the season a game longer.
Don't give the NFL ideas how to make money.
It's actually less money because it'd mean 2 less games televised.
And they'd have to pay players more.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the city a good amount of money too. The local areas.
That would require
There's
negotiation. I don't know if I looked at Highway 41 yesterday. It didn't look any different than a regular season game. It was backed up all the way to Appleton. So
Jimmy
Probably. Were you stuck in it?
nope. I was just going over it as I looked back, and oh boy,
Suckers!
Mhm.
Yep.
Give us
They hurt.
give us like 6 years. It'll be just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 lanes the whole way.
Cool.
You're the guy who would know.
Sure nobody can wait.
Wasn't your first project the project that made it 6 lanes for most of Green Bay?
One of my first ones, there was a pre-project. It was called like the 41 Band-Aid project.
Yeah.
And that one did some stuff between like 20 Mason and 29, just getting ready for that project was one of my first ones, and then I was on that one and the one down like towards Oshkosh too.
Yeah, I just remember you coming to us at Magic one night going, guys, wait till you see what they're going to do to 41. What?
And here we are 25 years later, right?
Yeah, no kidding. God, we're old.
Still
Shut
working
up.
on it.
No, we're not.
You know you're old in my industry when you start seeing the projects that you worked on in your first couple of years come back as like redo projects.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, it needs to be redone. Yeah.
All right, let's see you. Are we ready?
Want to play some Pathfinder, guys?
Want to play some
Do
games?
Do it.
I don't know. This skeleton thing's got me a little worried. If I really want to advance right now or not.
I mean, technically, he didn't say it was moving, so maybe it's just a statue.
He didn't say it saw us either, so you
down.
got that going for us.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to Two Nerds One Quest. I'm doing this introduction when Norm's got his back turned, so it's kind of a fun thing. I am your host and DM JC, here with these four nerds because math is hard. We multiply like gremlins, that type of thing. Crazy morning here. We'll start out with the man with the light in his face, Ryan Krixis-Gupta. Oh God, that makes me think of going and seeing what the frick band was it? The lead singer was complaining about light being in his face, the spotlight.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about that. But here's what I will say. While Tom Norman's bringing sexy back, we're kicking ass on a Sunday morning, so let's make it happen. Boomtown.
Hell yeah. Split party. The other member of that split is one Tom M. Norman, who has finally turned around and joined us. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Allergies are a motherfucker.
Just trying to catch you with a cup of coffee in your mouth.
Not going to get
couldn't
better.
spit the words out fast enough to get you in the middle of the drink.
Nope, I'm good. I'm here.
Oh.
I'm alive. Ready to blow some shit up.
The man with the plan next to him on my screen, at least, is one Rick Kain. Lefebvre. Down below,
Good.
Tom, I guess. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm going to see if we can collect some skeleton thingies today.
Thingies.
Thingies.
Yes.
Thingies.
Last but not least, the lore master, the legend, the limerick maker, the lazy dragon, the lovable louse. Hey, you're a giant maggot, dude.
I've been called worse. I've been called worse by better.
Ouch. Ouch.
Wow.
Fair enough.
We're going for the throat this morning.
Touche.
Makes sense.
It's all in love. It's
Well,
all
Pick
in
off the
love.
DM when we're split from the party.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a TPK today.
Oh. All right. Do you have a recap for us, Jeff?
I do.
Possibly a
So, we started in the main entry hall of the Gauntlet, and we're trying to sneak up on what we thought was two Mitflits. So we started a fight, but turned out there were more. There was another Mitflit and a giant maggot. We did really well though. We had a lot of team crits on that fight. So after that, we started a search, and Abed found a secret closet with a non-functioning magical symbol that he and Syl were investigating, while Crew and Kain were off to their own mischief, opening another door, and found four more Mitflits in a rubble-filled sinkhole. So after that fight, which went better than it probably should have, I think Kain found a staircase down underneath the rubble, but would take some time to uncover it to be usable. So towards the end of the last session, the party kind of split up with Abed and Syl checking the north central door and finding what looked to be an empty office, while Crew and Kain were continuing southeast, where there was a stone walkway over the moat, and they found a 7-foot skeleton with armor and a giant morning star. So the comedy ensued last week with Abed uses his message imploring. Kain's response is only, Exploring. Next, he tells crew stay there. The reply is, seems fair. Abed's thinking this cantrip is boring.
A couple of notes from your recap. We have Crew and Kain, so that's like CK1. You said team crits, and my dad always had a habit of flipping the first letters of words around and saying it the other way.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I said it in my head and was like, oh, that's a fun one.
I'm all about it.
Anyways. All right. Shall we begin? Where shall we begin? Hey, Norm and Jeff, why don't you each roll me a d20? Just a straight roll.
16.
1. Let's get
right,
that out of the way.
Abed, we start with you guys. When you split the party, you got to use dice to determine where you start.
Fair.
Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, no, we weren't in initiative, really, were we?
No.
No,
we
we're
were
in
not.
initiative.
We're not. What would you like to do, Norm? You guys did open this room, didn't you?
We did.
Yes.
Look inside and see. Let's see. I'll give you a recap of what you see inside in a second. Scroll down to it. The ceiling has collapsed in the southwest corner of this room. The walls bear several shelves, but the books and papers once kept there have rotted to ruin long ago due to exposure to the elements. As have the wooden desk and chair in the alcove in the northeast. Yeah, that's what you're looking at.
All right, so I'm definitely going in, and I am going to, I'm gonna, kind of rifle through the books to see if there's anything, and I'm gonna ping my detect magic. I'm looking for in the books and stuff. I'm looking for anything magical, like spell books, scrolls. I'm gonna search the rest of the place just to see what's what.
Okay. Miss Frost, are you following them in, or are you...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Going in there and not really looking for anything in particular, but do a little investigation.
Can you both give me a perception check? As you rifle through the books, and if you can call them books, like you go to grab, like there's several that look like they're intact, but you go to grab the spine and the spine just comes off in your hand and kind of falls apart, and the pages tumble down into like this like sheet eaten away, torn pieces.
Now, with Pathfinder, you cannot assist somebody and give them advantage, right? Like this is just to do your own thing.
Advantage doesn't exist in Pathfinder. You can help, but
there is a help, but it's not advantage.
Yeah, if you make the same check, and if you succeed, it gives them a +2 on their check.
Yeah, it's called aid.
Aid, yeah.
I rolled a 10.
17 perception.
All right. So rifling around, most of the books, all the books you find, all the paper and everything you find on the shelves is just tatters. It's ruined. Some of it's just dust, like if you've ever seen a termite, what it leaves behind, just the pile of dust in the wood. It's a lot like that, most of these books. The paper is rot. There's mold on it. There's nothing usable within the books. You stumble over to the desk. There's a partially open drawer there, and you find a couple of bottles actually sitting in the drawer. They look like they're like some form of elixir. Make an Arcana check as you're looking at them. Oh, it says 214.
That's a 15 for me.
18.
I'm trying to find out exactly what these are, but they are not. Because the PDF is for the entire adventure, and my hand one is...
Goat urine.
It's funny. It's interesting. Do I have a...
Is it funny?
Oh, I wonder if they're in here.
Funny.
A couple of elixirs that you find, I will tell you. Actually, I could probably pull them up. One is a lesser comprehension elixir. One is a minor elixir of life. And one is a lesser skeptics elixir.
Lesser skeptics.
Yep.
And we would both know this?
What did you roll on your
18.
Arcana check? Oh, yeah. Yep. You both know it. Lady Frost guesses a little bit, like she thinks she's pretty sure about it. You confirm. So between the two of you, you're 100% positive what they are.
All right, so elixir
got
of
one
life,
of 'em.
elixir of comprehension, and what?
A lesser comprehension elixir, a minor elixir of life, and a lesser skeptics elixir.
What does a skeptics and the comprehension do?
That's very, very interesting. Let me...
I feel like I should know what they are before I either take them or give them up.
Yeah, all right.
The elixir. I'm sorry. I'm in Nephews. The elixir sharpens your mind, allows you to see through lies, falsehoods, and magical trickery. You gain an item bonus to perception checks and perception DCs to notice falsehoods, whether they're spoken lies or written deceit.
Ooh.
You gain the same bonus to will saves. As a lesser, it's a +1, and the duration is 1 minute.
And that was the elixir of
Skeptics.
Skeptics elixir.
Yeah. I think if you put them in your inventory, they should. You can click. You should be able to click on them and see what the other ones do too.
Yeah, the comprehension is you can read anything, and the elixir of life regains
Heal.
hit points. So it's a healing.
Okay. So are you taking them? Someone?
Let's I would probably give up. Let's I probably only want the comprehension elixir, to be honest. So
Okay,
I
so-
might try to grab that one right away.
All right, I'll take the life, and that was the minor life.
Yep. Minor elixir of life and lesser skeptics elixir. Cool.
All
How the hell do you spell skeptic?
SKE.
SKEPT.
I see.
Should be able to find it in your inventory.
Yeah, it's not popping up on search.
You do add items and then search that, you can find it.
Was it was it that minor as well?
Lesser, I think.
Lesser.
Lesser. That might be why I'm not
Minor
finding
was
it.
the healing.
All right. While you guys are working through adding those to your inventory, Crew and Kain, what would you like to do? You peeked in, you saw this giant skeleton, and you...
Well, Crew did.
Crew did.
I don't-
Crew peeked in, yeah.
Can I tell if the skeleton has any life to it, or if it's just a, just left there to rot?
Make a perception
Like any
check.
movement, glowing eyes, turning its head, that kind of stuff. Just an 8.
Just an 8?
Just an 8.
It moves when you peek through there. Almost like it's surveying, like it.
All
its
right,
head
I'm
turns to look at the area.
based on its size, I'm going to slowly close the door again.
Okay.
And back away, pointing at it.
Pointing at the door?
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah.
Both of you make a perception check, then.
17.
Sure, that one's a 21.
You, crew, you hear a click of like a door closing softly beyond
Hmm.
the door.
That wasn't me clicking a door.
Exactly.
Okay. If we're still not in initiative yet, I guess I can cast message and tell him 7-foot skeleton behind the door.
Who? Tell him. Him is who?
Tell Kain.
Okay.
Okay.
Mitz?
Hold on. Abed, we need you. Abed.
Master of magic.
He spoke through my mind before, so I'm thinking like I can just telepathically talk to Abed.
Yep. No, it doesn't. You can get nothing back.
Hey, Abed!
So perfect.
Just wait here for him. We'll just
Sorry.
wait here. He'll show up.
I had to
Okay.
check on the dogs.
Kain thinks he can just talk to you in his head. He doesn't realize it's magic, so he tried just calling you in his head, and you're not responding. You don't hear anything.
Oh,
And now
nope.
crew can do it too.
Oh God, Kane's gonna end up all by himself somewhere, screaming for help in his head.
I will ask the question because the internet seemed divided on it with the message spell. The initial casting doesn't say you have to see the target, but the general spell rules kind of say that it's a thing. But the internet was debating whether, as long as there's a path to them, it doesn't have to be line of sight. I think we'll leave it at line of sight for today, unless you want to make a call on that for message, because I think we'll be using that a lot. Well, at least I will be.
What does message say for distance?
It's like 120 feet.
Mm-hmm.
At 120 feet, I'm kind of okay with it being. I'll look it up, but we can play it today that you guys can communicate via it if you're within range. But
What if you need to know somebody's general location? Like, you need to,
Like I point in a direction. I think that's how the D&D one works. Is the response specifically says they must be able to see you and be within range to respond, but it doesn't say specifically to cast it.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of like if they have to see you to respond, you have to see them to cast it.
I'm absolutely on whatever DM says on this, because it's not clear.
I would like to say if you can't see them, you can message to them in a direction, but it's going to take an Arcana check to get it in the direction through the walls, and I will set a difficulty based on how far away you are and how many walls you're going through and stuff like that. If they can't see you, they cannot reply though.
Okay.
Make sense?
Sounds good.
And then we'll look. I mean, I kind of like that idea. So.
Yeah, that kind of adds an extra little bit of oomph to it.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So if you wanted to try, you can.
Sure. And I would be looking. If I look north through the door, I don't see them. So I would kind of be basically going roughly straight north, but through the wall, or not knowing which way they went, left or right. I only know that there was more space to the left than there was to the right. So, and I would just be like, let's see, who would I ask for? Probably Lady Syl I'm more familiar with. So I'd probably go for Lady Syl and say, we found a 7-foot skeleton, and that's really it. So, did you wanted an Arcana check? It looks like there's 2 walls in between us now. So,
yes, an Arcana check.
It is a 9.
A 9. You think your message got through?
All right. It's okay, Kain. It's okay, Kain.
A bed.
Syl's on the way.
I told Abed, so we're good.
All right, they're coming.
So you guys are gonna burst into the room.
Well, I'm not going to burst in on a 7-foot skeleton, so if
No,
Kain
we're
wants
waiting
to,
for them to
that's
show
fine.
up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Miss
Might be a
Frost
while, but we're waiting for them to show up.
All right. So back,
assumedly hears the message.
no. no.
Got-
No, 2 walls and a 9. No.
Got it. Got it. So we're still looking for potions. Digging
Yeah.
through drawers.
Yep, I'm still searching.
You don't find anything. There is a door to the north that leads into another room.
Yeah. Once we search this room and there's nothing here, I wouldn't spend a lot of time digging through. I would come back out.
Nothing. You just found 3 elixirs.
Well, yeah, I'm saying once we did a search and we didn't find anything.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna jiggle the handle to the north.
All right.
That's what she said.
A13.
Jiggle to the north. Jiggle to the south. A little east and west.
It like you jiggle it a little, and it's not locked, and it's so like old that it just kink and swings open. And you see a triangular room in front of you. It might have once been comfortable, but after years of rain and exposure to the elements, the room's armoire and tapestries and everything have fallen to decay.
Okay. Is there anything of value in the room? Any desks or anything like that in this room?
Yeah, in searching, you actually find a ring of 6 keys laying on a desk.
Yes.
That's what I get for being impatient.
He's in the neighborhood.
Actually, you know what? It is, it's a rusted ring of keys. 6 of them are iron keys, but there are 2 bronze keys that remain usable. The rust has ruined the iron keys.
Okay, bronze keys. Sounds great. Well, we'll see what
Can you
happens.
remove any
then.
of the shadow from the map so we can see what Cook is seeing, or is
Oh, yeah.
you
Yep, I
place
can.
covering it?
Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
There we go. That's the room.
Rick, you'd be interested to see, or I think you'd enjoy seeing fantasy grounds, because you can only see what your character sees with the fog of war. So even if he showed that part of the map, we wouldn't be able to see it from where we are.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Let's see. The one key, the one bronze key, has a lighthouse embossed on the head of the key.
One key to rule them.
And then the other bronze key has a book embossed on it.
Cool. All right.
Seems important.
More information than we had a minute ago.
Searching this, make a perception check.
You got it. 16.
16. That's exactly what you needed. Right here, you find a secret door.
Ooh.
I would get
I
impatient
say-
waiting for Lady Syl, and I would go back in and be like, "What are you doing?"
I use words, "Hey, Abed!" And then, point to the hidden door and say, "I wish someone would check that for traps first."
All right, so crew
Oh, blink
and
at him.
Kain, you're waiting there patiently. How long do you wait?
Kane's getting impatient. Check the door again.
All right. Knowing that there's something behind it, I'll check the door again, but I'm going to be like as sneaky as possible about it.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
21.
21. All right, you open the door. Skeleton's still standing there. relatively the same position. Head just looking back and forth over the room.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at Kain and see if he's got it ready for battle, and then I'm gonna throw the door open and run back to the side.
Okay.
So I actually move a square over, but the door is wide open now.
Okay. So you throw the door open, and you run back to the side.
Yeah, all kinds of noise. I want it to slam into the other wall. I'm not a strong character, but
Okay.
yeah.
Slams into the other wall. It actually comes off its hinges and falls flat.
Boom.
Boom. There's a big echo through the place. You, Lady Sil and Abed, you hear this clearly from 3 rooms away. The bunch of noise and a door. You don't know what it is. You hear this tremendous boom, and then there's like silence that as the echo of it fades away. There's silence in the. You hear a bit of wind blowing.
I'm gonna sigh really loudly and look at Lady Sil. Say, hold on. I'm gonna send him a message. And then I'm gonna attempt to send a message. So Arcana, right?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Who are you sending it to?
I'm gonna send it to you, Genius.
Okay.
Game was so helpful last time, though.
It's a 12. It's
12.
not going anywhere.
Yeah. You send it. You think it might have gotten there.
Do I hear anything?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, probably that echo of the door is still ringing in my head.
Well, lady, do we go check on them? Or do we peek into the store?
If you don't hear screaming, they're not in trouble.
That is quite astute.
Words to live by.
And I'm also going to roll my eyes and say, if you don't want to check the door, I can check the door.
The Loot Goblin at work.
My hero.
She can't see it, but my eyes I'm seeing through her little ploy. I'm just rolling my eyes whatever.
You guys are quite the team.
And yet the door will be checked. So
Yeah. What am I rolling for this?
It's thievery check, right?
I think it's thievery.
See if it's trapped. Works for me. It's either that or it's an investigation.
There's no
It's
investigation.
it's a
So perception.
Seek? A seek? Which is a perception, I think. You are seeking a thing. I will learn these rules better. Eventually.
All right. So, thievery?
Yeah, we'll do thievery.
All
Makes sense to me.
It's a 6.
Yeah, you don't think that door is trapped at all. In fact, you're confident it's not. This is so much fun.
I perceive Abed's confidence in the way that he turned around and I go to open the door.
You open the door
Push him out of the way.
to reveal a 2-foot-long
Fireball.
hallway and another door. That is slightly ajar.
Another door. Well, is it a door or a jar?
It's slightly ajar. Just like the handle of it is like a lid to a jar or something.
Okay.
But it is cracked open. There's the sound of wind blowing in the room beyond.
He covers him up.
He hasn't opened the door yet.
I thought he did.
No, it's
so
it's slightly
blowing.
ajar and the wind is blowing.
Oh.
Open the jar. Open the jar.
Open the jar.
Well, I'm
Hmm.
going to tell Lady Sil. So, well, what are you waiting for? Open it.
You open the door and reveal a room beyond. The air in this large chapel feels colder and damper than elsewhere in the ruins. There are condensed beads on the wall that run in rivulets across the countless skulls carved into the stone. There's a moldering human corpse that lies slumped against the wall, his hands wedged into a crack as if he died trying to pry a brick loose. 3 short flights of steps lead upward to a wider chamber in the north, where a semicircular dais supports an altar of white stone. Beyond the altar loom 4 stained-glass windows, each 20 feet tall, and depicting 4 haunting scenes of ghosts rising from overgrown graveyards toward a 4-pointed orange star high above.
Well, lady, I feel like it would behoove us to get the other members of this group back together. I feel like there may be some heavy lifting ahead of us.
All right, so then
That would be
crew, Kain, door slams open, makes all kinds of sound, falls off its hinges. What would you like to do?
I'm just kind of staying around the side of the door, and I'm listening to hear if I can hear the skeleton moving.
You hear the wind kind of blowing and a little bit of a rattle of bones.
All right. If nothing happened after a few seconds, I think crew would peek around the corner to see what's going on.
You
Like,
peek around
why is he not coming after us?
You peek around the corner and the skeleton stands there, his head surveying back and forth the room.
Okay. What kind of do?
Crew, make a perception check.
I was gonna say I'll do that thing where you're like, hey you, and then kind of duck back and then look, like testing it.
Okay, make a perception check.
All I see is the spies like us. Hey, up here.
13.
That was isn't that
Chevy
Three
Chase
Amigos?
and
Look up here. Look up here.
3
Look up here.
Amigos. Yeah.
13.
Look up. Look up.
13. Looking at it closer, you notice there's like wooden struts and crude lashings that are keeping it together. It looks like if anything like hit it or even probably brushed against it, the whole thing would collapse.
All right. If Kain hasn't seen that yet, I'm gonna rush in, kind of not yelling, but kind of a little low battle cry, and I'm gonna aim for one of the lashings that looks like it's going to drop the whole thing,
Okay.
and see if I can make it look all impressive.
Kain, crew charges into the room. Go ahead and make an attack roll, Jeff.
I see this going really well.
16.
16. Yeah, you hit the lashing, the whole thing collapses. There's a bunch of rattling of bones and sound, and Lady Syl and Abed, you hear this in the distance. Not as loud as the door hitting the ground, but a significant cacophony of bone rattling and falling apart. And you stand, crew, over the top of a pile of bones from a 7-foot tall skeleton.
Nice job. Defeated it in one hit.
Yeah. I knew just where to hit it.
Kain, as you come around the corner and see the pile of bones, the thing that catches your eye is the morning star.
Yeah, I want to examine the remains that have fallen.
With the second loud crash, John, I would start to head back. I would go.
Okay.
While he's looking at the morning star, I'm going to take a peek out through these, like out over the moat, and just see what I can see.
Peeking out that direction, you see the moat as it runs further off to the north, and you see the side of the building there.
Okay.
Peeking out the other side, you see the Slurk sitting there, sleeping in his spot.
Sleeping Slurk.
Sleeping. He apparently has let go of the spear, and it's just floating in the water above him.
Asshole.
Looking at that morning star, Kain, You're familiar with weapons. You're quite familiar with weapons. You've used a lot of different weapons. This is a really good specimen of weapon. This is a +1 Morning Star.
Cool.
So if you'd like, you can add that to your inventory.
Morning Star. And then I have to. So it would be a Morning Star, and it would have a. How does this work?
Morning Star +1, I think.
+1 weapon potency I would add to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can learn the system for this stuff too now.
Yeah, there's the fundamental rune.
weapons.
There's a fundamental rune and a property rune.
Yeah, it's a weapon potency rune +2, which it gives a +1 item bonus. Well, it's a rune 2. Any of these weapon potency runes can be a rune 2 or above.
What's a +2 weapon potency rune?
No, it's a +1 weapon potency rune, so it's a level 2, but it also includes like a +2 weapon potency potent rune is a level 10 rune.
Oh, okay.
And a +3 is a level 16 rune. So, yeah, it's just a +1.
Okay. Level 2 equals +1 is kind of what
Yep.
you're going with.
Yep, level 2
Okay.
equals +1, level 10 equals +2, level 16 equals +3.
That's some jacked up math.
Those are, well, the rune levels.
Is that, I
You
mean,
get into the crafting aspect of this game. Like, we could dive deep into this stuff. It's crazy.
like,
Wait, crafting.
likely to know.
Am I supposed to be collecting like pebbles and like stuff as we go, kind of like in
I'm going to tell you, you already have started.
Mm,
There is loot you have received that is for crafting.
mm.
So,
So I don't need to pick like berries and shit off the side to craft.
You might.
you might want to
Those
start
are easy
looking for
things.
stuff. You might need to dive into, figure out, and talk to a blacksmith and figure out what he needs to make stuff for you. Or train in blacksmithing and figure out what you need to make stuff for you. Find a book on how to do stuff. There's all that.
I'm a wizard, Harry. I'm not metalsmithing anything.
You're a hairy wizard? What?
Gross.
Now would
Best response to that ever. Gross. All right, Abed
obviously,
and-
I don't think anybody else would use the Morning Star, so it makes sense for Kain to have it. But is that something that he would have an issue using that with his current
he
weapon
wouldn't be
setup?
able to use
Or
them at the same time. Yeah, he may be able to come across something, but it's going to be up to him whether or not he's going to try and modify it into what he currently uses. He has a very specialized weapon with a special.
Mhm.
There's backstory shit behind his weapon. So,
Mhm.
Mistress Frost and Abed, you make it into the room. You come into this next room. You see the fallen door off its hinge that you clearly heard fall. Walking around, you find Kain standing over the remains of what looked like it was probably a very large skeleton, judging by the femurs and arm bones and rib cage of it and the skull. Crew is looking out the window.
Yeah. So judging by what I've seen from the entryway and now from here, I can kind of deduce that there's kind of it's either a single room or kind of a no way out kind of a thing. So I think Crew would be interested in completing this end of the castle. So
Yeah. Yeah, you very much could come to that realization looking at.
So
and
I would
thinking
ask
of
Kain
where
to
you
kind
come.
of move the bones a little bit away from the door, and then I would try to sneak the next door open.
Okay.
I would check it for traps.
Okay. So
It feels like
as a group, you're going to move some of these bones away, and then you want to check the door for traps. So
Yeah.
While we're moving the bones, we just talk about the chapel room we saw, and
Okay.
say we're gonna want all four of us because it looks ornate and special.
You don't want to leave anybody behind for the special bits.
Yeah. All right. So
We
checking
need
for
meat
traps.
shields. I mean, friends to help.
We said thievery for
Yep,
that.
thievery check. Well, we're gonna go with that.
22.
Yeah, you don't think this is trapped at all?
All right. I will. Is it unlocked?
Yeah.
I will. You know what? It worked really well the last time. I'm gonna slam this one open again. I don't know what's behind it, but we're gonna do it. Element of surprise.
Hang on a second. So you slam this open.
So I'll be here. The pile of bones is pushed over. Yeah, I'll go to slam the door open and then jump back, but Kane's right behind me, so I'm kind of stuck there. Like, I thought we were doing this thing again.
There is a yell as the door slams open, and you hear clicking and like hissing. Slamming the door open, it swings back. It doesn't actually fall off its hinges. But if you push it open inside, you see another one of these Mitflits who looks a bit more
Put together.
Put together, yes. Crap, I did not do this. There is nothing in that corner.
I have seen nothing.
No, I didn't see it anyways.
Okay, good. Sitting on a, it looks, yeah. Here, let me actually just pull up this. The splintered framing in the ceiling and floor hint that the thin wooden walls once divided this stone building's interior. With those walls demolished, only a single large chamber remains. Rubble, swamp vegetation, and mud piled in heaps like foul nests, where a larger stack of rubble, sticks, and bones looks almost, but not quite, like a throne. A flattened mound of sand with a few dozen bits of wooden stone stuck into it covers the floor before the throne. Sitting atop the throne is this Mitflit with a trident and a cobbled together three-pointed hat, with a like six-legged spider scorpion dog thing sitting to his right that is about a medium-sized creature. Maybe it looks like a small horse, and that's where all the clicking and hissing is coming from. And he looks at you and says, I see. You have come before me to why have you come before me before I attacked Otari? Make a society check.
There's something we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Huh? No.
12.
25.
Okay, so Abed and crew, you realize that the sand that has been flattened down with all the sticks in it is a crude map of Otari. And there are arrows on that map representing what looks to be an attack on Otari from the Fogfen region, the area between the Gauntlet and Otari. He sees you looking at it, he quickly takes his trident and scrubs it out.
So either they're planning their next touchdown or attack on Otari. I think crew would just kind of assessing the situation, just kind of casually walk in and look for a defensible place. Probably sticking to this wall here.
When you get to right there, you see this guy over here.
Okay.
He's kind of standing there with a sword.
Okay. Noticing him for the first time, I'm going to be like, okay, maybe there's more in here. I'm going to stop. And I will talk to Strong like, oh, you're heading to Otari, huh? You're looking for any new recruits?
Well, no, actually, no, we weren't going to attack. No, what can I do for you? We
Kain will move into the doorway and just kind of post guard.
He gets real quiet and more stuttery as he sees Kain. He turns and looks at him. You destroyed my skeleton.
Yeah, he was already dead.
The wind did it.
Sure.
Why are you here?
We're looking for employment.
Employment?
Yeah. Do you have any job openings?
Yeah. Okay. I have a deal for you. There are mushroom-eyed people that are down below, that are downstairs. Kill them all and defeat their king. He's kind of a magic mushroom-eyed priesty guy. He can hurt your brain just by looking at you. It's not cool. If you do that, I give you a big pile of shiny gems.
Crew will look back at, I guess he can only see Kain at this point, unless the other two move forward.
It looked like the stairs going down were caved in, though. How do we get downstairs?
There's other ways down. There's other stairs down. Did you find the library?
I have not seen the library, no.
Mm-mm.
There's stairs in the library.
Abed,
Clear.
upon not having anybody asking the question where the library is, would ask, in which corner of this building is the library?
It's not in corner, in middle.
And I would also then follow it up with, what can you tell us about the chapel?
Chapel? Oh, shiny room. Yes. Lots of light. Big, pretty windows. Big, pretty windows. Dead guy.
Yes. What is it used for? What has it been used for?
We don't go dead guy.
That guy.
So
Dead
you do
guy.
not know what it has been used for in the past?
I mean, chapel.
Stands to reason.
Pray.
I'm going to ask him
Yeah.
if he's related to Kain with his answer.
He's long shanks. Short shanks. No relation.
Thank you, sir.
Crew's gonna kind of look back and shrug his shoulders, like,
Deal?
I could go either way.
Mushroom-eyed people? Yes, deal?
Yeah. I mean, why not, right?
Gems.
Big shiny gems. Big bag. Yes.
Big bag of gems.
How do we know you're not just fooling us? You probably don't even have a big shiny bag of gems.
So,
Question is, Mad Hood.
Lady Sil,
is there insight? Insight or
Question
What
is,
is it?
Mad Hood.
Yeah, I don't know if that's part of this society.
Nope, it would be
No.
diplomacy check, I believe. I will say that.
Influencing others through negotiation and flattery. That makes sense. 16 plus 5 is 21.
Crew, you do not think he has a bag of gems. When you question that, the look on his face and his body language straight up tells you he does not have a big bag of gems.
All right. Again, I'll message Kain. I don't think he has a big bag of gems. And then Kane's gonna message Abed. We're gonna play the telephone game, but
What?
oh wait, that.
Why do you want to get? Why do you want to get rid of the mushroom people?
They moved. We lived downstairs. They moved us. They displaced us. They hurt our heads. He hurt our heads. just looking. It's weird.
Lady Sill from way back says, "Can we get back to the gems?"
Yes, yes, big gems.
Show us the gems.
Don't have them here. That would be too easy for someone to break in and take.
My cousin's holding them for me.
Yeah.
The gems are downstairs with the mushroom people.
Well, that makes sense.
That's
You want
it.
us to fetch your gems for you?
For you. We want home back.
Miss Frost says, "Done talking."
Do we believe that
Make
he's
a
telling the truth
diplomacy
that
check.
there are gems?
Make a diplomacy check.
Oh, this will go wonderfully.
Abed is going to message.
7.
7? Yeah, you believe. You believe he's telling
I
me.
believe there's gems down by the mushroom people.
Abed's going to message
Abed?
crew and say, "This is getting tiresome. We need to either dispatch them or carry on."
And I'll respond back with, "Tell Lady Sill there's no gems."
Did I notice Lady Sill leaving? Or did she stalk out or did she just sneak out?
I don't know. She said she was done. I assume she just kind of heel turned and started walking away. I don't know. Ryan?
Yeah, if there are no gems there, I just say to Abed, "Let's go. Let's get these gems."
All right,
She walks out of the room.
all right. I'm going to just say out loud, "All right, let's go." And I'm going to turn and follow Lady.
Kain?
I guess I'm following Abed then. If we're going after
Alright.
the gems, he was fine. He believes there's
Uh,
gems. So
Sure. Crew will just say, "Seems we have a deal. We'll be back."
Good. Yes. Big bag of gems. As you leave, crew, you do notice just before you leave, this guy step around from the corner here.
Mm.
So there were 2 dudes in there, 2 other Metflits besides the boss, and Bite his.
Mm. Bite.
Bite.
I'm going to
his
call after Lady Sill.
spider
Lady, hold
scorpion
on.
dog thing.
Lady, stop.
I'll go around this way.
All right.
Yeah,
Like-
he was bluffing. There's probably no gems.
So the question is, do
was
we
he
leave
bluffing
them?
about him having physically the gems there? Or was he bluffing that there aren't any anywhere?
He definitely was nervous when the first time we mentioned the gems. So either there are no gems, or he's hoping we get killed so he doesn't have to produce gems, or he's hoping that they have gems and then he can say, "See, I told you there was gems."
Well, they don't
But-
really have anything, right? So
But I
we're
don't want
wasting
that.
our time with that crew.
I don't really want Bite sneaking up on us when we're searching the rest of this place.
So what? Okay, so we were contracted to do what specifically with this lighthouse? Just to explore it, or we got to clear it out?
You were contracted to find the source of the mysterious light.
I don't think he's the source of the light.
No, he seemed very dim.
And when
I agree.
we first went in there, his sand on the
Tom?
floor looked like Otari.
Add another hero point to your sheet.
And then don't forget to use it. They reset at the end of
we
the.
reset at the end of each time.
Because we got the message. Yeah, we were in there when Rin told us about her vision of the destruction of Otari. So the fact that it kind of looked like a map of Otari on the floor, I'll explain that too. That
And he wiped the map off, so he was trying to hide the
He was
fact that he was
trying
mapping out Otari.
definitely not a truthful little midflit.
I think it might be in our best
We can
interest
go back and dispatch them.
to take care of them. I agree. it would be in our best interest to
I think
protect
it would
our
be
back.
helpful if we try to draw them out somehow, or at least some of them out.
Was there a ceiling in that room?
No.
Do we feel they are truly a threat to Otari? Otherwise, we are wasting our time.
Do you believe Rin? Have you done any divining of your own, Lady Syl? Do you believe Rin, or do you think she's full of BS?
I don't know. What do I think, DM?
You believe Rin. A lot of what, in fact, she's almost like kindred spirit to you. She's the one in Otari that really kind of seems to fall alongside of your belief system. I'm really curious as to what you just saw. As you consulting the book.
So the Knight of Coins says the figure is in touch with not only the natural world, but their own work ethic and impulses. Direct and hardworking, they champion diligence and responsibility. If the knight appears in a reading, they're often there to warn us not to slow or stray from the path.
Well, if that reading was based on Rin, there's your answer. Which is kind of flippin' amazing.
So we
Perhaps we could convince him to send some of his underlings with us to find the stairs, dispatch them, then go back and finish him off.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
I'd just as soon finish them off in their room that they're in and never have them come out. I could maybe try climbing up and drop down from above while you guys come in the front door.
Let's just go back and clear out the lighthouse then. So let's focus on that. So let's go back and do it.
So how would you like to do this? Because you've clearly walked away. They've trusted you're going to do what you're doing.
So now we have the element of surprise again. So Miss Syl says, Kain and crew, let's go. And then dash in.
There's a whole walkway leading into the room now. We can't really sneak up on them. And crew busted both doors down.
Well, no, the one door did not break. The door to their room specifically did not break open.
I didn't say I closed it, but is it still open?
No, it latched.
Okay. I would like
We
to actually...
can get up to the door without problem.
Yep, you can get to where Kain is without issue.
Where the wall is broken in the north over here, am I able to climb up the wall? And then I would like to... This is what I would like to do.
I need an acrobatics check for you to jump that gap.
Okay.
Where the window is by the river.
That's a 10.
10? Yeah, it's just enough. Just enough. It was 10.
The rock crumbled when I stepped on it.
Yep.
All right.
Make a stealth check now as you enter a place where you might possibly be seen by them. As you're crawling along the...
Stealth. 13.
13. Abed and Mistress Frost, you see crew get to here, and a rock tumbles down into the room. What do you do when the rock tumbles, crew?
Lay down flat.
Okay. So you lay down prone. You're prone up there. Everything gets real quiet for a second. You heard them like talking on the other side of the door, and suddenly everything gets quiet. Crew laying down flat, you can actually see, when you came over, you can see that they have moved forward and are starting to redraw in the sand and having an argument about where things were previously. And then one of them's like yelling at Strong about, you destroyed the map. It was not necessary. But they stopped talking and turned and looked, but no one saw you.
How high up am I to the floor on the south and the ground on the north.
Oh, you're only 3 feet up.
You're 10 feet up from the floor on the south and about 20 feet up from the ground on the north.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just lay flat.
Okay. What would you guys like to do? The plan took a step sideways. Getting crew
I'm going
out
to
of
say,
position
Kain,
where you want them to go.
shove the door open, and I will. I have a spell I can use, and I will flame. I will shoot fire at them. So open the door and duck.
The door's not locked. You can push it open. What do you need me to do it for?
Because I need to prepare I need to get my cantrip ready.
You can do this with a cantrip?
Produce flame. I can shoot fire at them.
Okay.
I mean, what else would you like me to do?
Something bigger?
He doesn't have any leveled spells.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
do
right. You're
damage,
level
I
1.
think.
Message them.
Open the door so I can see them.
You know they're there. You could do
You guys are gonna get it.
I have an idea.
Okay.
So, can
I am
I?
the dread Pirate Robert. I've come for your soul.
Can I message Scrog, like make it sound like it's coming from behind him, like in the back of his head, so he turns around and then flame him?
Sure. Yeah. You're gonna have to make an Arcana check because you're going through a door.
He's kind of standing to the side along the wall with his arm on the door, ready to push it open.
13.
He's not going to stand in front of Abed.
Strong. You hear Strong from the other side of the door. Go, what? Huh?
And I
Kain
go,
pushes the door open.
Yep, and I say now. And then I'm going to cast my produce flame on him.
Okay. You're gonna cast Produce Flame, and we're all gonna roll initiative. So, what's your Produce Flame? Strong has turned around.
Am I hidden enough to use stealth for initiative?
Yes.
Nice.
So, what is the Produce Flame?
Oh, I got 7 on my initiative. Produce flame is a 27 to hit. I critted. It's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah. Then you definitely critted because you were also 10 above his AC. More than 10 above his AC. So, what is the damage on Produce Flame?
All right, so it is 16 fire damage and 2 persistent.
All right, 16 fire and 2 persistent.
Whoa, you critted on the fire damage too.
Mm-hmm.
18,
That's awesome.
18.
You hit the big guy with that?
I'm doing math in my head.
I did.
He, like, yeah! You hear him scream as flame erupts from around him. Now, that persistent happens on his turn then? Or yours?
His.
His turn? Okay. Initiatives then. Lady Sill.
21.
Nice.
Ooh, I also got a 21.
Which one of you would like to go first?
Crew. He's in the room already.
Okay. Crew.
Ready to go.
Put Crew at 22 then. Jacob.
10.
And then I need to roll initiatives for these tricked out dudes.
I think it said it's at the end of his turn, not the beginning of his turn. So it's
Okay.
at the end of his turn. Gets the two persistent.
So he had a
End of each of your turn.
18. I got 3 different groups here. This thing is I'm starting to learn how to do this. So this one's at 14. And then these two dudes are... ooh, snap. Going first, apparently.
So the door is wide open?
Yep, the door is open. So, when the door slams open and their boss starts on fire, the two dudes here turn around. Oh, I gotta label them in my initiative order, so I have the right hit points for each of them. Let's see. They have a movement speed of 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He moves to there. I can move again, right? Just using an action, right? Does that work?
Yeah. Yeah. Each move is an action or stride or whatever.
10. He strides up to Kain. Oh, yeah, that's right. Take the stride action. Yep. And he's got a short sword on him. He's going to swing at Kain with his short sword.
He gets. I get an AO as he comes in.
Oh, and he steps into where? The 10-foot range or?
10-foot range.
10-foot range? You get the AO right there. Does it stop him at all from walking? No?
No. 27.
27 is a critical hit.
Times 2. 14 bludgeoning.
All right. Where is he? Yeah, he comes in the range and you just splatter him with your...
Knock his block off.
Do you want to describe how he dies? As he steps in range.
He takes one as he swings the hammer around and gets it underneath like an uppercut under the jaw. Snaps his head back.
There's a sickening crunch from below you, crew, as this one dies. 5, 10. 15,
Yeah, I didn't have to see it. I know what happened.
FYI, I threw a colored ring around the leader. It's called Hunter's Mark, just because I want to remember that he's on fire. There's no actual on fire.
Fire. Okay.
There's no burning ring of fire.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, don't step into that burning ring of fire.
Dead ring. Put a dead ring on the goblin. If you hover the ring over him and it actually says his name, or the token name, it will attach to it so that when you move it, it moves with him. I'm just making sure, because I know last week when I went to delete some, that way when we delete them as well, the ring goes away as well. So if you get it hovered over the token with the name on release, it'll do that. The other one moves up to you, Kain. You don't have a reaction this time.
Oh.
So it is going to swing at you with its short sword. Which is a... oh, what is the short sword? 21 to hit.
Yes.
And that... miss, you said?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's it.
Said
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm like, whoa.
Nope.
Where
19
did you get the big AC? 5 points of slashing damage. Because it's -1. And he used 2 moves to get to you, so then that moves us to crew.
All right. Part of me wants to just delay my action or delay my turn. Since I'm hidden. But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna delay my turn
Till when?
until I want to not delay my turn anymore. Delay says I can return to the initiative order as a free action triggered by the end of any other creature's turn.
Oh, okay. So you're going to delay your turn.
Yeah.
All right. That moves us
Because
then
I'm being
to...
a rogue.
Yep. That moves us to Miss Sylviana Frost.
I am confident that The bee monster is engaged in combat with Kain, so I'm going to step
Yes.
over this dead body here.
Okay.
And there. Get within 30 feet so that I can Divine Lance. And I might as well go right for the strong guy. And so I will shoot that at him. Attack plus 6 is only a 12 to hit. Cannot roll again to that.
Nope. You missed him.
Yep. Sure. And then I'll shoot my cold weapon again, but this time from Crew's vantage point, he thinks he sees like something whip up and sling this cold damage.
Some like ethereal arm-looking thing comes up over your shoulder and.
And
She's
that's
got an
18?
invisible catapult.
18 does hit.
18 to hit, and that's 2 cold damage.
2 cold damage. Alright. Oh, come on.
And that's it.
For whatever reason, it's not letting me. Alright. Then it is the spider. Bite. Where is he? Bite comes charging out at you. Let's see. 5, 15, 20. With its first movement, and then it is going to try and, well, bite you, because it's bite.
Seems logical.
Hang on a minute. It's actually going to pounce, which allows it to stride and make a strike at the end of the movement. So it pounces at you and bites, which is a d20. Does a 15 hit you?
15 is my AC.
All right. That is a, let's see, the bite is a d10 plus 1 is 9 piercing damage.
It appears to hurt.
A little.
Then it is going to. Nope, it's not. It is going to claw at you with its next action. Does a 12 hit? Does not.
Does not.
And then another claw, which is 19 to hit.
It does hit.
Is that plus and minus? Because that's
Plus
like minus
0,
10.
Plus 0.
Huh.
Plus 8, plus 4, plus 0. For 2 slashing damage.
All right, I will jump in.
Okay, you'll jump in here. If
Yeah.
you haven't figured it out, this is the threat in the room.
So noted.
All right. How much of action or movement would it take? How many actions would it take for me to essentially jump off of the railing onto Bite with an attack? Would that be like a stand up, a jump, and an attack? With
standing
possible
up your full movement,
I think stand and drop prone are
full actions.
I think
Stand is a full action.
All right. So it would take 1 action to stand,
okay.
and then 1 action to jump and 1 action to swing.
Okay.
I would assume.
What if you took 1 action
Okay.
just to roll off the ledge?
I mean, that'd be great, but then I'd be laying on the floor and take damage.
Well,
Yeah.
what if athletics to land on your feet?
No, I think I want to jump on it. I feel like that's gonna happen.
Are you trying to jump on it, or are you trying to jump next
Like,
to it?
It's
You want to ride it?
I'm a short guy and it's 10 feet down. It's safer for me to land on it to
Okay.
slow my fall than it is to try to land on the ground and then attack it.
Perfect. All right, so you jump. You stand up, you jump off. Make an athletics or acrobatics check to land on it.
You should do an unarmed strike with the Macho Man elbow.
Dirty 20 for the athletics.
Oh, nice. So you jump, you land on its back, and these things are actually known for being like horses or pack animals for creatures of your size.
Mm-hmm.
So you land on its back, you're riding it like bareback. Right now.
So would you say if it didn't know I was there, then it's flat-footed until I make an attack? Is that if I was essentially hidden?
I would say it's flat-footed because it's next to Miss Frost.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'm gonna argue you're flanking it.
Let's see.
Because its head is between you and another enemy.
All right, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Make sure I got this sneak attack thing correct. It has to be a agile or finesse weapon. Okay, yeah. Good. All right, the kukri comes down. It's a 13, but it's flat-footed, right? So it's like a 15.
13, but it's flat-footed. It just misses.
Oh, can I use a hero point Can I give Genius my hero point?
Can you give a friend a hero point?
I don't think you can.
You
One,
should
but
have hero point.
I'll use my own because I want it to be dramatic.
Yeah.
So I will do that. 23.
And it's flat-footed makes it okay. So it's not a crit.
Not a crit.
Just barely not a crit. Flat-footed. It's 14.
All right.
AC you need to hit.
So there's a damage roll and then so the damage roll is 6, and then the sneak attack roll is a 3. So a total of 9 damage.
All right. Total of 9 damage. Excellent. You jump off, you stand up, you jump off the wall, you got your kukri, you come slam down on the back of its head, slicing the neck right next to where where his spine is. If he had a spine, he's a spider-like creature, so he doesn't have a spine. You jam it in between the plates of his...
Yeah. I'm going to leave that hand jammed in as just in case this thing goes rodeo on me.
Excellent. Excellent. We'll find out next turn. Let's see. That brings us to Scrong. It's at the end of his turn he takes the damage, or the beginning?
End.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he
is literally on fire.
Yeah.
Smell.
What does he have?
He's a very courageous leader, obviously, because he's a midfoot.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So he is going to run out over the top of the map. Footprints right into like where the...
Is he Will Ferrell? I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
No,
From
he's actually
Talladega Nights.
He's a little angry. He's got his trident out, and he's charging Mistress Frost because she did damage to him. He takes his trident and he swings at her. 16 to hit.
Hits.
All right. I need a fortitude saving throw from you.
$13.
13. You failed, so you take... Let's see. I gotta do the damage for the...
This probably isn't very good for you, is it?
6 piercing, and then the poison.
Well, 6 puts me down.
Okay. And then there's 2 poison damage on that as well. You fall to the ground right there. And he then looks over at, let's see, he sees Crew on the back of Bite, and he throws the same. Oh no! If Crew's on the back of Bite, he could actually swing at you with this last action, which is what he's going to do. Which is his second attack, so it's 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
1d8. Oh, Jesus. 2 piercing damage.
Just 2?
Just 2.
I'll take it.
And that is it. That moves us to Jacob.
All right.
You saw Lady Syl fall.
I gotta take care of the one in front of me first, 'cause I can't really do much else.
Do you know what you're going to do, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go to the end of the round. It's you and Jacob. And
All right.
then the round's over and we'll start at the beginning of
14 to hit the one in front of me.
It's a mid-flit. Just misses.
All right. Swing again. 15.
Yes, that just hits.
Wow. And then bludgeoning.
How does it die? And keep in mind, this is exactly the amount of hit points you needed to kill him. So it shouldn't be anything explodingly glory.
Nope.
Glory, but
Just-
just enough.
I just got him in the chest, and it just was enough for him to fall.
Like it hit him in the chest and it stopped his heart beating. It hit him with that rhythm that just and he falls over.
Okay, and then shit. What can I do?
Oh, what is it? 2 points of damage to Scrong for the fire?
Yeah.
He's in fire too.
Okay.
Mhm.
He doesn't look good.
Now, does the persistent go away after a certain amount of time, or is it reduce each round, or how does that work?
It's up to GM's discretion. They say usually a minute.
Yeah, I will keep it going. If it just says persistent
But he-
without a
he-
number,
the-
it'll keep going, unless he takes an action to put it out,
Yeah, he can do that.
which he didn't.
I'm
He's not the brightest bulb, even when he's on
gonna
fire.
give Scalwag an intimidating glare and try to get him to come at me.
All right,
5.
5. He's kind of focused on Crew on the back of Bite. He doesn't even notice you over there.
That's all I got.
Abed.
All right. So I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile. I'm going to force grab a shard, a spiky shard of bone,
Okay. Yep.
and
A lot of
launch
them
it
lately.
at Scrog.
That's correct. Okay.
14 to hit.
14 misses him.
All right. I'm going to use one of my points.
Okay. What are your hero points?
Yep. 16
reroll
to
it?
hit.
16 just hits him.
Nice. Good use of the points.
That is for 9 piercing damages.
Would you like to describe how he dies, sir?
Yep. So I force grab the shard and fling it, and it pierces right straight into his. Actually, I'm gonna do
He
it right
looks
into
like
his
a unicorn.
right into his neck, and it sticks.
That was the
out,
hit.
and there's just blood just shoots everywhere.
Give
And
him a bone tracheotomy.
Crew gets a little splatter effect of the blood.
Nice.
I'm saying that was the hero point there. Is you missed him, so you turned it around and came back from the other direction.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that also would have worked.
You're like, oh, it's kind of like what's his nuts? You whistled in the dude from Guardians of the Galaxy. And the bone's like your little zippy Thing
Mhm.
right through his neck. And thus ends Scrong's life. We have crew on top of Bite.
Well, I still have one action yet.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to move into the room with my last action and stand over Lady.
Lady Sill. Okay. Let's see. Step
Yeah, because
forward,
movement
step
is an
over to-
action, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you step forward into the room over Lady Sill. Hovering over Lady Sill is also Bite with crew on his back. Scrong and his two goons lay dead on the floor, as does Lady Sill, Lady Frost. Feeling a little bit colder.
Not quite so
than
nasty.
She normally does. Not quite so nasty. Not quite so nasty. Ryan, question about your character. Is it only when you die that might be revealed, or
I'm unsure. I would have
okay,
to.
we're just
review
gonna
the
say it
details.
holds. We'll say it
But
holds
yeah,
for
I
right
think
now.
it would make sense. It is a glamour, so it is. It's not my natural state, so it'd be hard for me to maintain it unconscious.
Being unconscious. It's well, do you want to describe what
Maybe
we'll have
save
you
it for
describe
next
what
week.
she might
Save
look
it for-
like next week
Yeah.
as you approach and stand over her, Abed.
Huh. Well then.
So
Interesting. I did not see that
Yeah.
coming.
I mean, she's not naked, so it's you know,
it's true.
depending on how she's laying there, it could be concealed still, or some of it.
We are
we'll
Tuners
have
in
to
Quest.
have a small discussion with Ryan.
Right. We are
She's
Tuners
an
in Quest.
ogre?
We are here Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Oh, this is exciting. I'm curious and very interested as to what is going to happen. Join us next week as we figure out what the hell is going on with Lady Sill and what Bite's going to do. Support us. Patreon.com/2nerds1quest. Give us ratings and reviews on the podcast. Let other people know about the show. Twitch.tv/TomMNorm. Join us live, chat with us, submit show titles, which we'll go over in a second. We'd love to see new names in the chat. We'd love to see the old names in the chat too. So people who have been here before, come back.
We don't care how old you are. I mean,
Yeah, I was
unless
gonna say we
you're
aren't calling you old by any
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Old friends, new friends, young friends, blue fish, red fish, whatever.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say blue friends.
Mm.
Something old, something new, something borrowed friends.
Makes sense.
Something borrowed, something blue.
I think I've had a couple
Anyway.
of borrowed friends.
We'll catch you next time. For me, for Rick, for Coach, for Genius, and for the DMJC. Rock on.
Go web, go.
Outro music. Chicka wow wow.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, right? We probably get flagged for that one.
Casey's Mom's got it going on.
What was the song they used to close last night, Rick? That was really good. Too.
Don't remember.
Yeah, but I just remember listening to the music, going, "You know, this is a great closing tune." And then he said, "And we're done there." And I'm like, "Perfect."
All right. Bless you.
Woohoo!
All right, let's go look at some show titles here. And then I'm going to have to cruise because we have shit going on today.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, do we get any experience for finding secret passages and killing skeleton that wasn't really a skeleton? And
let's see. Hang on a second.
All right.
XP. So
Skeleton
A9.
sees you. Hey, Abed. Jiggle the handle to the north.
You
One
got to
key.
say that second one. You got to
No.
say that second one correctly.
Nope.
yeah, bud.
One key to rule them all. The door is ajar. Morning star for the evening star. Ha ha ha. Gross. Are you a wizard, Harry, or a hairy wizard? Oh, shit, things are moving.
Sorry.
Skeleton was already dead. Chapel was used as a chapel. Gems are a lady's best friend. For a lighthouse, he seemed very dim. Knocked his block off. Oh, Tari, jump on it. Jump on it. Oh, Tari, jump on it. Jump on it.
Jump on it.
Giddy up, bite. And taking the spider bareback.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
I'm voting for more than 3 because there were a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, there were some good titles this week.
Mm.
Seems there's a clear winner today too.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. That probably would have been my choice if it was a tie.
Yeah. It was a very good line. It was a very good line. Experience for the skeleton in the hall, 10 points. For the exploration of A12, A13, and the secret door. It's a good question. 40 points of experience.
We're at even 500. We're halfway there.
Rock and roll.
The games are real. The points are made up.
Nice.
Okay, now you're done. You'll get a nice boost when you finish this fight too.
Nice.
All right. Does that put us at 500? Is that?
Level
Yep.
2.
500.
Level 2. Level 2.
I don't know if it's that much of a boost, but
I started looking at what to do at level 2, so hoping we do get that soon. Cool stuff.
well, I think you guys are. It's really interesting. It feels incredibly balanced because you
Oh
are.
yeah, I mean I'm
annihilating some of
over
these
halfway
people.
down on my hit points right now, so I'm
Yeah, you're
one more hit and I'm
annihilating some of
down.
these people, but then you're falling sometimes. Like it's really.
Well, I think to be fair, I'm falling.
Well,
But,
when you
I
are a caster and you run into the room where all the enemies are, that may happen.
You did do that.
I think that's the hard part for me, though, is my spells have a range of 30 feet. How do I participate if I don't get within 30 feet?
Push
You could have
Kain
killed the
ahead.
one that was in front of me that was like within 30 feet of you. You didn't have to kill the boss.
Fair
true.
point.
There very well could be a feat you can take that would double the distance of your spells.
Might be that too. You're also level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
I mean,
All right. Well,
There's-
and you don't want to challenge the wildebeest, right?
Yeah.
Just probably is the learning lesson here. So,
mhm.
Stay behind your tank.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if
All right.
Tank
If I
unfortunately
hadn't
rolled
been-
poor initiative and went last.
if I hadn't been on top of the wall, I would have been in the room, and it probably would have went for me instead of you.
I think
Yep.
we learned something today.
Yep. And holding your turn is always an option.
Yeah. I needed something
You go
within
behind the
range
tank.
to.
The thing is, it had that bite come straight for me. I think it would have put me down. I only got 10 hit points left.
Yeah.
Fair
One
point.
hit, and I'm probably going down from it.
Yeah, where are our healers? I think even Abed has a healer kit, and
None of
we
them is laying on the
probably
floor.
should have done like a treat wounds or something before I entered this because I was already down 7.
especially
yeah.
since we knew what we were getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Well,
be better
Didn't
for
pause a moment
planning.
to heal. You were so
On the
interested
bright
in your
side,
attack.
this seems
I was
like one
going to
of the
say
best
something,
rooms.
but by the time I did, Jeff was already up on the wall and had kicked the rock down, so it kind of missed the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Hey, you just burst in. We can rewind there if nothing's actually started combat and you think of that.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is this room seems pretty defensible. So once we take it, then we should be able to use it to our advantage for some short rest or whatever we want to call it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have a winner for a lighthouse. He seemed very dim. That I'm declaring that the winner. And then I am going to take us out. I got stuff to do, so we are going to raid. Brian Dunaway is on.
Yay, Brian Dunaway. What's he playing? Baldur's Gate 3?
He's doing retro stuff, probably for Play Retro.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He does the retros.
Rock and roll.
Um,
All right,
I
boys.
may-
Best Sunday ever.
I may not be around next weekend.
Uh-oh.
So, and then the weekend after that, I think is Labor Day.
That's what losers say.
All right, so Raid Dunaway, follow him if you don't. Funny guy, cool guy. Give his channel a like, whatever. Thanks, chat.
What? I completely forgot about Labor Day. Oh, I may have a really good, like, my work schedule coming up is going to be kind of fun. Because I have next Friday off.